Hello, Lisa Ponichter of Awakening Movements, here today to bring another movement lesson to you. This one, we're sitting today, preferably you have the shoes off. Shoes can be limiting in the flexibility of the ankle, and that also affects knee function. That trickles up to affect back, hip function as well. So this is great for walking and great for checking out what our habits are when we walk, and then how to improve them and remind the body of how you can move more efficiently. So first thing I'd like you to do is get up and walk around and just notice how you're walking. Notice what you feel when you're walking, and notice how each foot hits the ground and how you push off. Great. Make a mental note of that and how it feels, because at the end we're going to come back and take a look to see how that feels different. So sitting, we're going to sit with our feet flat on the floor towards the edge of the chair so you're not slouched back, and the knees are going to be right in front of your hip joints, and the feet are going to be right underneath the knee joints. So none of this, none of this, none of this, all kind of lined up. And you may find that that's quite awkward for you if you don't sit like that, but this is a nice way to sit. First of all, feel how the feet are flat on the floor, and notice how the map of each bottom of the foot, I'm showing you my hands, but is it more on the outside, the inside, the front, ball of the foot, the heel? And in those places, where is it resting? So you might feel the ball of your foot resting, but you might feel it more towards the outside on one foot. And then you might be more aware of the heel on the other foot. You may also notice some floating toes, and that kind of tells us that if your toe is lifting up, or some of them, you have more tension patterns in that foot, ankle, lower leg. Could be because of something that's going on above. So what we do today is going to help decrease some of those tension patterns and also help your foot, knee, hip, back connections. So observe what it's like underneath each foot. And if you notice any of the floating toes, we'll probably want to work on that side today. Or if it feels like one foot's just not resting very nicely or not resting very much at all, we'll pick that foot. Go up to where you feel your weight underneath your hips and notice if there's one side that you're resting more heavily on. And just make a mental note of these things, because we're going to come back to them at the end and see what's different. So I'm choosing to go with my right foot today, just because I feel a little bit of a floating toe there. And first thing to do is lift the heel and just notice where the weight goes into the ball of the foot. So if you have a floating toe, when you lift the heel, you might notice the weight going to the whole ball of the foot. Maybe that toe that was in the air, or toes, might come down to the floor, but you're not forcing. And you're not lifting the calf so high that you're going to give yourself a Charlie horse or a spasm. So just go easy and gently, and just observe right now, where is the habit of when you lift the heel, where does the weight go into the forefoot? Great. Go ahead and let that go. Check in with your breathing. Again, this is something where we're keeping the breathing nice and easy as we go through the exercise. Then what we're going to do is we're going to send the weight directly to the base of the big toe. If this was the big toe, it's where the lowest part of the toe joint meets the foot. That's the ball of the big toe. So you're going to lift the heel in a way where you can send the weight specifically to the base of the big toe. If you have a hard time feeling that, you can, if you can reach comfortably, put a finger or two on the base of the big toe, or some people take a yardstick or a back scratcher or something like that to reach the toe. You don't need that, but if you have a hard time feeling it, you can. And also notice that I'm allowing my knee to move inward in order to help get the weight there. You can try doing this. Put your hands on your knee to keep the knee still, and notice then when we don't allow the knee to participate, oh, there's a ton of motion at my ankle that has to occur. That can strain, and here we're trying to build the relationship between the ankle, the knee, and how that echoes up to the hip. So go ahead and let the knee be free again. Let the knee move inward to easily take the weight to the big toe, and also notice how your thigh bone, all the way up to the ball and socket joint, is helping out. Go ahead and let that go. And now we're going to go to the outside of the foot. You're going to lift the heel to take the weight to the baby toe. Not just the baby toe, but the ball of the baby toe. So again, if you need to reach down to find where that is, you can do that a few times with the contact, and then try a few times without the contact. If you notice here, my knee is going towards the outside, and that's what I'd like you to do. The knee goes towards the outside to help out. You can also try it a few times with the knee not helping out, and you'll feel how much the ankle has to work. So if you have a lower leg that overworks or a foot that overworks, you want to make sure you allow the knee to participate. Good. Go ahead and let that rest. And as you're resting, you can check in, you can close your eyes to just get a greater sense of how you're meeting the floor. With that foot, you might feel a little heavier in certain places. You might notice new places contacting that weren't before. It may feel warm. You may even notice a difference in how you're giving weight to the side that you're sitting on. That side might feel heavier, who knows. So now we're going to go through and do the 3 middle toes. So those 3 middle toes for a lot of people are more of a blind spot. There's a harder time for most people to feel how to find each base of those toes. So again, if you have your little reacher, or if you can reach down yourself, send the weight to the second toe so the knee goes in only slightly there. You're breathing as you go. Then you're going to, let's go to the 4th toe, so the one right next to the baby toe, so the knee goes outward a little bit. If you want to use that contact there to help clarify, you feel it with the contact, and then you attempt to feel it without the contact. Even if it's not there right now, don't worry. That's going to build as we do this over time. Then we go to the middle toe. So the knee pretty much stays neutral there, but you try to feel that weight go directly to the middle toe. And you can trace the toe all the way up to the ball to find it easily. Great. Now we've done every single toe. You rest for a moment and notice. Maybe the foot even feels larger, like mine does now. My toes are all resting right now. Even my sitting bone actually feels heavier on the side we just worked on. So now we check in after we've noticed what we observe and how the foot's resting compared to the other side that we haven't worked on. We lift the heel once again, and we notice what's changed, what's different. Maybe it feels easier to lift. Maybe each toe or the ball of each toe has gotten clearer when we lift the foot. And so for the purpose of this video, we're just going to do the one side. You can come back to do the other side as you like. You can just hit play again and watch it again and do it on the other side. But the great thing at the end to do is to get up, walk around, and notice. And you can do one side at a time and see how it has affected your walking. And not only in the lower body might you feel a change, but also be observant to see if you feel a change in maybe how the hip or the knee or even your neck or shoulders are moving. So have fun with your happy feet, and be looking out for more movement videos coming your way. Have a great day.